The legend of ghost brides. It really does make you wonder why there's all these dead ghost brides walking around from the 1800s. Why are they still here? It's almost like misogyny made them want to stick around a little bit longer. The Old Faithful Inn in Yellowstone. In room 2, there is reported of a woman apparition dressed in 1890s garb. And if you wake up in the middle of the night, she'll just happen to be floating there at the end of your bed. Now, this is for those of you that want to encounter an actual ghost bride. Also explained that the fire extinguisher has moved inside of this room, which I find to be very odd because those are quite heavy. Doors will also open and close. Not just any ghost bride, this is a headless ghost bride, just to be specific. And according to the legend, the woman was actually from New York. Her father was desperately trying to get her married off. Father apparently ended up giving a one-time dowry. But apparently there was a circumstance that said, you can ask for this dowry this one time, but you can never ask for any more money. Headed to Yellowstone, where they were staying in room 127, Old Faithful Inn. Now, of course, like any man in the 1900s, maybe not a whole lot's changed. He spent all of his money on gambling, and they ended up very broke by the time they got to Yellowstone, and that included her dowry. Gambling and booze. Ooh, how romantic. You blew all of our money on gambling and booze. I can't wait for my honeymoon. Next time you ask yourself why there's a ghost apparition, it's the man's fault, more than likely. Anyway, being broke on their honeymoon led to intense arguments, and of course one thing led to another. Now, apparently the hotel staff said that the man got into a fight with her and he stormed out and he never returned after that. They weren't really sure what to do. Apparently they assumed maybe she had heartbreak, maybe he left her, they weren't sure, so they didn't check on her for a few days until the maid found the bloody bride. He was in the bathtub. I mean, at least he tried to keep it clean. What a decent human being he was. The one thing they never did find was her head. So that night he stormed out, he took that prized possession with him. Maybe he was hoping they wouldn't be identified, who knows? It's claimed that there was a crow's nest that was found with a foul smell, and the staff eventually did find her head. But wow, that's super romantic ending, 100%. So very witchy vibes, like to behead your wife and then put her head in a crow's nest, like you're just asking to be haunted for the rest of your life by a witch. Anyway, are you brave enough to go to Yellowstone to visit the headless bride? Here, I'm just going to end it with this. Have some compassion, because I think people are so into the spooky they forget to have empathy. So do not go and lack empathy. We don't know what her life was like before and why she just refuses to cross over. Happy hauntings. Follow for more.